I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is All the Mods 10. Now, over the last few episodes, they have been heavily devoted to technology, but that is going to change a little bit today because we actually have several dimension mods that we're going to need to get through if we're going to want to obtain the All the Mods star. So I think today I want to explore the Eternal Starlight mod. And this is the portal we actually need to locate, which does involve talking to, well, this friendly fellow right here. Oh, it looks like we just got given a few things if we're doing that. But is this guy not going to talk? Oh, has the whole thing changed? Typically, what you would do is you would talk to this guy, but it looks like we just got given straight up a storybook and we're ready to go. Now, I have encountered guys like this, by the way, from this mod where you'll have to fight them before you get given any of these things. And I'm assuming that is the orb and the book here. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's full of tons of stuff. Yeah, there's the whole story. I still like this mod is definitely in the works still. But yeah, we just need to right click this right here. And that opens up. Whew, that opens up the portal that we need to go into to adventure a little bit in the Eternal Starlight mod. Okay. I know I'm going pretty fast here, but this dimension, in my opinion, is beautiful and honestly gives us some space where we could actually build some machine infrastructure in the future. Now, in reality, there's a couple of bosses that we're going to need to take on, and it tells us right over here the two major bosses. We have ourselves the Cursed Garden, which is a maze, a huge maze, by the way. And then we have the Golem Forge, which in my opinion is a really, really cool area. Both of these bosses have some interesting mechanics, and I have fought them in the past, but we are going to need some of the items from this in order to technically progress through the Modpack. So I guess without further ado, and really only being armed with a hurt spell from our Ars Nouveau book, we're going to see if that's going to be enough to take on the Eternal Starlight dimension. Oh boy. And I hope you guys are ready for this, because this place is honestly beautiful. I mean, just look at this load in. The trees are fantastic, and it's really going to put a lot of other dimensions that we visit to shame. Now, there's going to be tons of little cute little mobs running around like this is an int. I love these little guys. And there should be some like little pig looking things that are floating around as well. Also, yes, I do want to take some of the local earth samples so I can bring them back, do some research, you know. Also, do some chilling in the hot tub because it's nice and warm in here. And no, my hot tub water is not for sale. My goodness, I almost missed this adorable shadow snail. Oh my goodness, that thing is, I love that. You know what? I'm naming him Harold. This guy, yep, Harold the Snail. Oh gosh, you're coming with me to the base. I've got to get a creature catcher. I choose you. Oh god, I love that it basically turns into a Pokeball. Yep, I'm bringing this guy back. Now, there technically is a way that you could use the mod itself to locate some of the bosses. And it's really, really cool. Like, you essentially use this pearl right here from finding some of the flowers in this dimension, and you make a seeking eye. And you have to put the appropriate things in your offhand. So it's put related items in the other hand whenever you use this, and it will show you where to go. But in our case, we really don't have to worry about that, right? You can see here some of the items here. But in our case, we do have the Explorer's Compass, which does make this a little bit easier. But I will tell you, the boss locations, you'll probably just stumble upon, and you won't even have to worry about that. Also, the ether that is right here, this is some good stuff now. Look at that. Apparently, smells like hydrogen ions. Delicious. You're probably thinking this, what do I need from this dimension? Like, that's kind of important to know, right? Well, according to everything that I've looked at, it looks like we really just need a chain of souls, mainly from this dimension, which requires a couple of items that we honestly will gather through the main just vine boss, I do believe. I think this is all 100% obtainable through that one boss. But there might be other things that I might have missed. There's honestly so many things required for the All the Mods star that it's easy for me to miss things. But if anything, I actually want to farm both of these bosses a couple of times, and I want to store them into a hostile neural network system. That's going to make things a little bit easier on us, and it allows me to technically use any of these building blocks because those mobs will drop blocks and flowers from this dimension. Oh, there's the little pig looking guys. What are these? They look like little pig elephants. What are they called? Ratlin? These things are also adorable. You can't see what their face looks like. They keep running away. Now, if you do have yourself an explorer's compass, you can search for the Curse Garden or the Golem Forge. Both of them are going to be the boss locations. And it looks like I have located myself a forest, which is going to be one of the first ones I want to go after. Oh, and by the way, after you've gone into this dimension, your book, The Starlight Story, should now open up. And we have a little bit more information here. So you have the myth, the Starlight Golem, and the Lunar monstrosity. All of these are talking about this stuff. And this is also what shows you the items that you can use to locate where these bosses are at, utilizing that portal. The Lunar monstrosity is honestly the one that I'm after first. Now, I am honestly still unsure if I'm going to be able to deal damage to this boss with using Rs. I don't know. I still might have to go back to the base and craft up a sword. However, I did actually enchant my gear, so I now have basically protection 5 on all of my pieces as a bare minimum. I also put stable footing on my boots, which is really nice. It allows you to fly and not take a penalty on your mining speed. And everything else has just got the mana regen 5 and mana boost 5, which just helps more for spell books. So I am getting closer. Aha, right here. This is the boss arena. And yes, we can fly and do the whole maze, but there's actually some loot that we probably want to grab down here. And this place is beautiful, even though it reminds me so much of the Maze Runner. Like that it kind of creeps me out a little bit, but this place right here, so much loot. I definitely want to grab as much of the stuff as I can from here, as we are going to probably need it either in the fight or we're going to need it through progression later on. Now, technically the boss has not spawned yet. I don't think we've gotten close enough, but when it does, oh boy, it is something to be prepared for. And here it is. Oh my. Okay. Yep, the Lunar monstrosity. Here we go. Already, and we're already affected with poison. Oh boy. So, it looks like this has dramatically changed since the last time I've seen it, and I love seeing updates like this. Okay, I think there's supposed to be music potentially, but there's the tentacle monster itself. Oh boy, yeah, and it does not look like I'm doing any damage to it with a spell. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see. I should be able to grab the data model of it. I hope. Let's see. We'll do this. So this is for that monstrosity itself. But I think that the tentacles that it throws out are technically capturable as well. Oh goodness, it crawls through the ground. Yes, I'm almost positive there's supposed to be battle music, but I probably have it disabled. Okay. Where's its tentacles that it throws out? That's what I want to see. Because that's one of the things I want to capture. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening. Okay, so I have turned on the music, and it does sound interesting. I also toggled on night vision so that way we can see it. Here it is. It's really pretty. It's got some really pretty music. Okay, I do need to set this on fire. And when I set it on fire, it should allow me to start to actually damage it. That's kind of the thing you have to do with this boss, is you have to light it on fire. Otherwise, you're going to sit here and you're going to really struggle with this thing. All right. So I do have it inside of a data card. So taking this guy out, probably not too bad. Let's go ahead and do this. We deal a ton of damage to this boss, by the way, as you can see. Without it being lit on fire, though, it does not take any damage. Oh my goodness. This is its ultimate weakness. The music's really good though. And also having flight really, I mean, this armor though makes this boss so easy. Oh! Oh my god! Alrighty then. That is loud. Okay. Time to end this thing. We've got to get this thing gone. All right, hold on. Come on. Pop up. Pop up. There you go. All right. Whew. All right, are we dealing damage now? Oh my goodness. Almost. It's so loud. And that should be it. Holy smoke, Garunos. That was a thing. Now, after completing this, it should have dropped a loot bag. Yes, yes, yes. Now, we also get a trophy for that. Holy smokes. Is there a trophy for literally everything in the game? That is ridiculous. Good thing we only need to kill 2 of these, it looks like, to be able to complete our first state of our data model, which is good. Perfect, perfect. Now, I still don't know one of the tendrils from this. I mean, we should have technically been able to capture, but I guess we didn't. And we can see that, by the way, inside of the bounty board, like this right here. Apparently, the Tangled Hatred. I guess that is the mini boss. Wait, there's a mini boss. Cursed. I would have assumed that is. I guess we killed the Lunar monstrosity, but we didn't actually capture the Tangled Hatred. We must have accidentally killed that, like, preemptively. Okay, but still, the loot bag right here is actually what we need. So let's open this loot bag. And what did we get? Okay, we got some trapped souls. We also got, it looks like, a morning bow, one of the bows from this mod, and some tangled skulls. Now, all of this helps us gain access to this item right here, the Chain of Souls. So we are still missing the vines. What is this called? Tenacious vines, like the pick of destiny, but viney. All right, let's see. Yeah, this comes from the Tangled Hatred. Do we not have any? Oh, maybe this is okay. So I did get another loot bag, but that loot bag, this must have been from the mini boss then, right? Ah, yes, it is from the mini boss, and there is the vines. Okay. So it's just we happened to take that mini boss out so fast I didn't even see it. So now this boss arena would be really cool to potentially use for something. However, there are mobs that consistently spawn here. There's like skeletons. Honestly, all of the mobs in this dimension, or all of the boss arenas in this dimension, they do spawn things, and it does make it a little bit challenging to use them. But I do want to go take on the next boss. And we also need to eventually go back and find another one of these to take out. Now, I almost forgot to show you this, but underwater is actually where some of this mod really comes alive. Look at this. There's massive coral reefs that are underwater. It's just, man, underwater stuff is so hard to build in, but still, like, this is a really cool area to explore. This right here is like a special material as well. Oh my goodness, the magma blocks here. These are special. I wonder what these do. Do they repel you? So they pull you down just like normal magma blocks. Ooh, and these really cool geysers. Can you pick up geysers? Oh, I bet you need Silk Touch for that. Okay, this is a little cursed. I guess these can be lit on fire underwater. Okay. I mean, that is a thing. Very cool. But there's also all of this Starlight themed coral as well. This, some really cool looking blocks actually. But I will say a lot of these blocks are really hard for me in particular to build with, because all of the textures are kind of on that like uncanny valley side of Minecraft. Like they're very, very different in texture compared to a lot of other things. And that leads me to having a hard time to figure out what I can like add them into without it just sticking out like a sore thumb. So now this next boss is technically located in one of my favorite structures ever. This structure has got to be one of the coolest, like, boss arenas, but also like base areas I've ever explored in a dimension. It is so good. Now, to really find this boss location, you're going to want to look for these giant voidstone circles, and you can really see it on a map. They look like this, and they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. But if you travel down through this, all the way through the ground, you will make your way into a forge. And this is where this boss is going to be located. So yeah, all the way down. And we're almost there, I bet. This should open up if we don't just happen to fall into lava. But yes, this is what the forge looks like. And there's some pretty nasty mobs, by the way, that are in this area. Oh man, and we already have boss music. I don't think we're at the boss arena just yet. Okay, we're definitely not at the boss arena, but we must have been near it for that music to kick off. Okay, so it's probably this way somewhere. Ah, here he is. Look at that guy. Okay, so some things. I recommend dashing, but we also have to jump up here and we have to turn these off as soon as possible. Otherwise, this bad boy is going to, yeah, charge up and instantly destroy us. Okay, I do need my data model. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, I gotta get over here. Oh no. Hostile. I can't believe I deposited that. All right, I'm gonna click them. There we go. Now we got a data model. Toss that in there. Whew, adds a extra level of difficulty here. Now this, we should just be able to attack it. And like, we just have to wait for the next recharge rounds. Okay, so there it goes. And this guy is going to charge and fire his lasers. We've got to avoid. This is such a cool boss though. But look at this area though. Look at this place. Oh, there's so many cool blocks. I don't know. This dimension has like some really nice potential. And I'm so glad it's in this pack. All right, here we go. He's doing the laser thing again. Eventually he's going to run out of charge though. And I'm almost positive we cannot attack him, right? No. Yeah, we can't attack him while he's in this phase. Let's get over here. We got to stay away. Okay, is he down? Oh, he's still got one more laser phase. The music I've never heard. Normally I have the music muted. It's actually kind of nice. Okay, here we go. They're charged up again. Let's toggle these off. You just right click them, by the way. And that should end his charge phase. And let's end this golem. Let's two-phase him. Can I do that? Darn it, we have one more phase still. I actually, though, I have several more phases, right? Because I want to take this guy out. Oh, these guys are awful. These guys will freeze you in place. All right, we got the freeze done. Look at him, he's destroying blocks. No, quit. Come on, do your charge. I wonder if that laser could actually damage me with the gear that I have on. Because I almost guarantee that this could one-shot you. That laser. Oh! Right now I'm not taking any damage, which is kind of interesting. All right, here we go. Nope. He's doing laser charge. Let's see. How much damage does the laser do? Okay. It deals a little bit of damage. I noticed my hearts were recharging, so that means it was damaging me at least. I'm not invincible. I mean, the saturation from our meat feeder really does help though. Because we can instantly regen our health. Okay. Final charge. Let's do this. The music is epic that's playing though. All right, here we go. And this is it. And goner. Get wrecked. Yep. And you're annoying. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and we also got a loot bag from this as well. Oh, and dropped all kinds of stuff. Look at that. And a smithing template that is kind of exclusive to this boss. Anything else? We got some hearts. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like taking on another one of these bosses is really great. But look at this forge area, right? This place is absolutely amazing in my opinion. So good. Oh, and they added their own custom crates as well. Yeah, these are nice. These were not here last time I played with this mod. So it is cool to see this mod like casually updating all the time. But yes, I really love this structure with these oxidized golem steel pillars. Like these could be pretty cool looking in our own base, but just this area alone, there's these pretty large open areas that you can find. And last time I played with this mod, I ended up setting up industrial for, what was it? Not industrial foregoing. It was the, that's right. The modern industrialization. Yeah. That mod right there. And it was in these rooms. Yeah. Where I was able to clear them out, and it actually provided like the perfect amount of space for setting all that up. Now we can actually farm up the required ingredients for this, by the way, this oxidized steel, as soon as we actually have the Starlight Golem prediction done. And judging by this, it looks like, yeah, we only have to take out these bosses twice. Technically, I'm gonna have to do this boss a couple more times because I need to take on that mini boss, which is this thing right here. Known models exist. What in the world? I should be able to take it out. Where's the little tentacle? There it is. has a data model. I don't know how I'm supposed to technically do this. This thing right here. What? No models exist. Oh, I clicked it at the very, very base, and there we go. So now I have it. That was weird. Okay, so yes, like I said, I'm gonna have to come back here again, but after I take this out, it should not be that bad. Yeah, that was almost instantly gone. You know what? This time, this go around is a whole lot easier. Just right-clicking and just standing here, and I will eventually take it out. Perfect. So at least for the Golem, this is going to be my final Golem attack, I think. If I can get this in time. There we go. And perfect. There's another Golem down, but that does check mark off on the deep learner. And this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have these two at least stored onto the deep learner so we can make the models or use them anytime we want. So now technically I just have one more thing to take care of, and it's that pesky tentacle that I missed the first go around, but there we go. So now all my data models are ready to go. So I think now at this point, we essentially have, I think, everything we need to get done that is in relation to the all the mod star, at least for this dimension. I will say these leaves, oh man, these would actually look really good in our base and add some contrast since they're blue, and we already have that orange color going on. I think this would actually look really great. Man, I think these could add a level of detail to the base here, especially the sewer. Oh man, that will look really, really good. And it looks like this, believe it or not, out of the few textures, actually fits into this sewer system quite well. Honestly, don't know exactly where I want to put it, but I definitely want to incorporate this into this base. Now, I've got to get the hostile neural network set up, but I do want to at least craft one of the chain of souls. Now, if we were going to make 18 of the stars to technically make the all the mods be, I would have to have all of these stored onto that hostile neural networks, which is why I've kind of got that done. So just kind of, you know, if I decide to actually go for the all the mods be, we can actually craft these chains of souls just due to those mobs essentially being stored on these data cards. Should make it a lot easier to technically make 18 of those chains. So let's go ahead and throw in our data model. Bam, just like that. And I am now producing, and of course, just like before, we have to go into here, and I've already got a prediction? What? Yep, I already have predictions rolling in. I've got to get this quickly done. This is already starting to produce, by the way. And cool enough, this is going to start producing these generalized Starlight predictions as well. So this looks like it can be turned into all kinds of different foliage and looks like even blocks. Now there is some cool looking gear that you could technically make from this mod as well. And we can wear this in our cosmetic slots. Like there's some pretty cool looking stuff. Like the models actually don't look too bad either. Like I'll take it. Like this full set looks really, really good, but there is another one that I really like. That is the Alchemist set, which should look pretty good, especially if we toggle off our pants and we just put this on, which is just going to be a robe. Oh man, it looks so sick. We have now become a plague doctor. Now, in all honesty, this mod is really a nice decorative mod. It allows you to gain access to a ton of decorative blocks, which, like I said, I do want to use throughout the base, and I am getting a ton of these blocks now that I could technically use to do this. It's going to take a little bit of time to build this up. You can see that just to be able to make a few of them requires a lot of this being farmed up. But in no time at all, we are going to have the majority of the blocks needed to decorate this. But like I said, the Starlight mod, yes, it's a decorative mod. It seems like more towards that side of things. It does have some combat stuff. And if you were to go through the mod itself with its base items, it definitely will be a lot more challenging. Of course, we have, well, full Ars gear and all kinds of crazy stuff that comes within all the mods pack. But I will say it is required for our star progression, so is definitely necessary to get through in today's episode. Now, as I tried to figure out how to utilize some of these blocks, I would love to see what you guys do with these blocks as well, and or what you have done potentially in this dimension. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. And of course, share your images over on the image gallery on the Discord. I would love to see some of the builds you guys are building if you're actively playing along with this mod pack as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully you learned something new, whether it was about these bosses or how to take them on. I hope I helped you in your journey in some way. And of course, with that, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And with that being said, it's now time to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that huge thanks is going to go out to, if I can spell thanks, there we go, Lost Journey. Thank you so much, by the way, for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting me in one of the best ways possible. Guys, I look forward to, of course, seeing you in the next episode, and the best way you can support, honestly, is just by simply clicking that subscribe button. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. I've got to let Harold out.